Good afternoon, everybody. It's Steve Lookner with Right Side Broadcasting coming to you with some breaking financial news. The cryptocurrency Bitcoin has dropped suddenly today over 25%. At the moment, it is down 20%. It has rebounded a little bit, but we wanted to come on the air and cover it for you. By the way, YouTube did not send out a notification for this. So if you know of people who normally watch our programming or who are interested in Bitcoin or both, please let them know we're on the air because YouTube did not send out a notification for this. So many people who would normally watch and wanted to see us do a stream on this, I'm sure, don't even know we're on the air right now. So please let them know, let people know that we are on the air and we are covering this. So let me show you the statistics here about Bitcoin, what's been happening with Bitcoin today. Here is the one-day chart as soon as it opens up. It's funny, I think there's so much going on with Bitcoin that this World Coin Index is going very slow today. So right now the price has rebounded. It was at just about 20 minutes ago, the price was at 10,700. And now it is rebounded. So you can see, I'll show you the chart here. If you look at the bottom, hang on, let me do this. Maybe I should make it a little smaller. There we go. So what you can see here is that the price dropped as of like 20 minutes ago. The price was all the way down to 10,073, not 10,700, 10,073. That was just about 20 minutes ago. And then since about 20 minutes ago, it's come back up to 11,143. That's still down, though, 18.48% on the day. And you can see this is a one-day chart I'm showing you. That's a one-day chart. You can see the price has dropped several $1,000s. It was up around $14,000 just 24 hours ago. So a lot of people, some people think Bitcoin is a bubble. Some people don't. The people who do think it's a bubble are some of them are just waiting for the bubble to burst. And today we have seen a significant decline in Bitcoin. So that is the one-day chart. Now, the high of Bitcoin was in December. It was over 19,000. So today when it was down to just about in the last half hour, it had gotten down to almost $10,000. That was almost a 50% drop from the high of Bitcoin. Let's see. So I'm showing you the 7-day chart here. But there's so much. I think this site I'm using I prefer this interface, this World Coin Index site, and it's going very slowly today. And I think it's because so many people are interested in the Bitcoin news. So this here is the 7-day chart, and you can see for the last week the price has been hovering around around 14,000, and just in the last day, you can see it right there. That drop from 14,000-ish all the way down to nearly 10,000. Right now it's around 11,000. So still down, it seems like almost. Now it's below 11,000. So the price is changing as we watch. Now, I will say, I looked at a couple of articles today on this, and I've read an article on CNN. I read an article on Ars Technica. Those are articles that came out very recently in the last hour. The articles say we don't know why this is happening today. Now, certain days when there's a price change in Bitcoin, you can point to one thing. Like I remember a few days ago, there was a temporary drop because there was this rumor going around that the South Korean government was going to ban the buying and selling of Bitcoin. So when that rumor came out, there was a price drop on that day. But today, I've been looking at different news sources, and people are saying, well, we don't really know why it's gone down so much today. There are definitely worries with Bitcoin about governments clamping down. China and South Korea are two governments that have given signs that they're going to clamp down on Bitcoin. So South Korea, they've done stuff on Bitcoin. Let me see if I can call it up for you here. They haven't banned the buying and selling of it, but they've taken some action on it. Let's see if I can find some information for you. I'm going to leave the price up there just so you can see it. Yeah, so last week the South Korean government said they were, the justice minister said they were preparing a bill to ban trading via cryptocurrency exchanges. South Korea is one of the biggest markets for Bitcoin. It's very popular to buy Bitcoin. Some people would say speculate on Bitcoin, but definitely to buy it to see if it'll go up. And the South Korean government is worried, and some other governments are worried that citizens are going to lose money. They're worried that citizens are investing in this without proper knowledge of the risk, and they're worried that the price is going to drop and a lot of citizens are going to lose money. I mean, the government doesn't want a lot of its citizens to suddenly be out of a lot of their income, a lot of their savings. So the South Korean government. Oh, and they also raided a couple of crypto exchanges last week. So there are definitely worries out there that certain governments are going to clamp down on Bitcoin. That's definitely a worry, and maybe that's affecting what's going on today. Now, also, let me show you. I think on this site I can get you for all the cryptocurrencies. Hang on a second. Let me go to World Coin Index. I know I can get it on this site. Let me just see if I can call it up for you quickly. Here we go. So big drops today across the board for cryptocurrencies. So Bitcoin is the biggest one, biggest market capitalization. It's down almost 20%. Ethereum, that's the second biggest cryptocurrency in terms of market cap, down 21, almost 22%. Ripple, wow. So Ripple has been in the news a lot lately as a popular, one of the more well-known cryptocurrencies. It is down 38.55%. I'm going to tweet that out right now. Which has been getting a lot of press lately, is down 38.55% today. So that's pretty amazing. That Ripple is down over 38% in one day. In one day. Bitcoincash is down 30%. So huge drops here in cryptocurrency today. Big drops in cryptocurrency. EOS down 28%, Litecoin down 23%. So across the board, just huge drops in cryptocurrencies. Now Ripple's down over 39%, man. So we'll be keeping an eye on this. I'd love to get your comments too. Write to me as we're covering this on Twitter, @Lookner. I am at @Lookner. Let me know what you think about this. Egon Spangler, PhD, writes me, bye, bye, bye. Let's see here if anyone else has written in yet. Scott writes in, best thing to do is hold and buy more. These people might be replying to my tweet about this, by the way, not writing to me specifically for this show, but I'm reading their replies anyway. Caden had messaged me before about this, but I don't know if he wants his comment on the air, he or she. So Caden, feel free to message me again about this. But if you have comments on what's going on with Bitcoin today, on what's going on with cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin down nearly, you can see 20%. And it looks like, so we've been watching this. As I said, in the last day, you see in the last day, it's gone from around 14,000 down to close to 10,000. Now, about a half an hour ago, it hit its low for the day, which was 10,073, and it hopped back up to 11,000 very quickly, and it looked like maybe it was going to go higher, but now it's dropping again. Let me get the one-day chart up here. I want to see that. World Coin Index is very slow today. There it is. That's the one-day chart right now. And you can see, as I was saying, the low for the day was reached just in the last hour. And then all of a sudden it shot back up. Some people stepped in to buy, but now it's dropping again. So will it keep going lower? How much lower can it go today? But write to me if you have comments on this, @Lookner, @LOOKNER. And let me just check here and see. A little update on the other cryptocurrencies. Ethereum down almost 23% today. Ripple down over 38%. Bitcoincash down almost 30%. I'm going to look up some articles here and see if I can find you any more information than any speculation on why it's going down so much today. But write to me on Twitter. Let me know your thoughts. By the way, thank you to our moderators. We got JC and Real Frank and in the chat room moderating the chat, and Common Sense and Gleno on the website. So Bitcoin is not, for those of you who don't know, it's not a physical currency. Bitcoin is a digital currency. It was just created in the last few years, and you know, some people have decided that it's worth, you know, it's really worth what the market says it is. But it's had a very steep rise in price. Let me show you here. Actually, I can give you the price chart for its history, and I'll show you how the price has just rocketed up in the last year or so. There you go. There's the chart. So look at that. At the start of 2017, well into 2017, we're talking, you know, here, look at this. As of March 2017, the price of Bitcoin, of one Bitcoin, was $971. Then by December, so just 9 months later, the price of a single Bitcoin was up in the 19,000s. So it went up, you know, from below 1,000 to over 19,000 in just like 9 months. But then since December, in the last, you know, we have this high here was December 4th. So in the last 6 weeks, it's hard to even say where it is. December 11th, it was over 19,000 on December 11th. So in the last 1 month, it's gone down to around 11,000. So it's lost about, you know, more than 40% of its value. Let's get back to the 1-day chart. Let me real quick, I'll get back to the chart in a second. I want to show you guys an article real quick on this. Bear with me. I'm calling the article up right now. I have it on one computer. I want to get it up on the other computer so I can actually show it to you. Here it is. Bitcoin drops 28% below $10,000 on Coinbase. Now, somebody else had written me. I'm looking at World Coin Index, but on some other indexes, it dropped below $10,000. Ethereum crashes 30% in 24 hours. So, as we've been seeing, it says Bitcoin plunged below $10,000 late Tuesday afternoon on Coinbase. Other major digital currencies sold off sharply. The declines followed, but this happened several days. I mean, I think these comments were several days ago. The declines followed comments from South Korean authorities that indicated tougher regulation on digital currency trading. However, there was, as I said, this is from CNBC, there was no apparent driver behind the late afternoon decline. So who knows what's driving this decline specifically this afternoon? It's been very fast, and it has recovered some. We're a little above 11,000 now, but a very significant drop today. Anyways, would like to hear from some of you. Do any of you own Bitcoin or have any thoughts on this? Give me a shout at Lookner on Twitter. F. Pope Francis K says, almost every coin has been on a downtrend for about a week now. I believe big money in whales are setting up to make huge profits for later in the year. This is a buy-in time for establishments. Censored says, I understand that for people who just found out about Bitcoin and bought in as an investment, this seems like a huge drop, but look at the price from 1 year ago, it's way up. Yeah, we did look at it. It was below 1,000 in March of 2017. But there are a lot of people, I personally know people who bought into Bitcoin just as an investment, and they're not financial experts or anything. So there are a lot of people who just heard about it and bought into it. And that has led some people to speculate that it's this big bubble and it's going to just, precipitously drop. Now, an interesting thing about Bitcoin right now, it's a digital currency, but it's not being used so much to buy and sell goods. One reason preventing it from being used more to buy and sell goods and not really suiting it for that at this point in time is that the value of Bitcoin has been going up and has been so volatile lately. It goes up and down a lot. And the theory is that when a currency is going up and down a lot, people are not going to want to use it to buy and sell things. Why? Because if you own Bitcoin and you think it's going to go up a lot in the next week or two, you're not going to want to buy something with it. You're going to want to hold on to it and use like some other currency to buy stuff. Because if you buy something with it, you don't have the currency anymore. So if you think the currency is going to go up, you're not going to use it to buy anything. Similarly, if you think the currency is going to fall in value, you're not going to sell something for Bitcoin. You're not going to take Bitcoin as payment. Because if you think Bitcoin's going to fall in value, why do you want to get paid in Bitcoin today if what you got paid is going to be worth, 10% less tomorrow or something? So when a currency is volatile, people tend to not use it to buy and sell things. And that's really, a main point of having the currency is to be able to buy and sell things. So that's one issue. Also with Bitcoin, another issue is there are big transaction fees. Whenever you do a transaction with Bitcoin, you have to pay a transaction fee, and there's big transaction fees, and also it can take a while for transactions to go through. Without getting all into it, you rely that computers who are on the Bitcoin network, who are basically people dedicate their computers to process the transactions on Bitcoin. And by doing that, the people who dedicate their computers to doing this get more Bitcoins. They get paid to do this. But it's just for transactions to go through, a lot of computer processing needs to go on. So given that there are so many more people buying Bitcoin, you have longer transaction times for the transactions to go through that some people would like. So there are seen as a number of things getting in the way of Bitcoin being used to buy and sell things. And some of the other competing cryptocurrencies think their cryptocurrency is better suited for this. Anyways, that's one worry about Bitcoin. Another one, as we said before, is certain governments are showing signs of cracking down on it. Some people think South Korea might ban the trading in Bitcoin, so they won't let people in South Korea buy Bitcoins in South Korea. That would certainly depress the price, and so we'll have to see what happens. But big drop today. Right now, the price is at 11,100-ish, which is way down from the beginning of the day when it was close to 14,000. Anyways, would like to hear some more from you guys about this. Let's see. Michael Pierce sent me an article and said, this was all over Reddit today. Let me show you the article that Michael Pierce sent me. Now, Michael, is your theory that this article might have affected the price today? Let's see. So this is an article from TechCrunch, which our viewer sent in, and it says, researchers find that one person likely drove Bitcoin from 150 to 1,000. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Now, but look at the top of the second paragraph. It says, to many, it's been obvious that the Bitcoin markets are, at the very least, being manipulated by one or two big players. Anyways, you can read that article if you want. Now, at the bottom, it says, the bottom line is simple. If Bitcoin, this is an article from yesterday, by the way. The bottom line is simple. If Bitcoin wants to be taken seriously, it probably shouldn't be this easy or legal to manipulate the markets. While decentralization is supposed to replace regulation, it's clear that there's still a way to go before it can be truly taken seriously. Anyways, so one of our viewers, Michael Pierce, said this has been passed around a lot on Reddit today, or talked about a lot. So perhaps this is one of the reasons why Bitcoin has been going down today. But you can read that on TechCrunch if you want to. And anyways, let me move on here, get back to the price. So Bitcoin current price below 11,000 at 10,966. It got down in about an hour ago to 10,073. It was almost at 10,000. And on some exchanges, some price indexes had it below 10,000. On this one, World Coin Index, it had not gotten below 10,000. And just to check on the other cryptocurrencies. These cryptocurrencies here are arranged by order of market capitalization. So you can see on the right, Bitcoin is worth 184 billion total, all the Bitcoins. So that makes it the biggest cryptocurrency in terms of market capitalization. But Ethereum is down 23%. Ripple, the third biggest cryptocurrency, is down over 38%. Crazy. Bitcoincash down almost 30% today. So big drops across the board. Let's go back to, I'll leave it on that for a second. Lord Joe said, look at that beautiful Elliott wave, negative trend to continue. Caden writes in, hi Steve, this is so exciting. The crypto assets such as Bitcoin and Ethereum are falling and folk are looking to gain some cheap coins. There is no way I am selling. So our viewer Caden owns some Bitcoin and says this is a buying opportunity. Maybe it is. I don't know. Write to me. Let me know what you think. You can write to me on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. See if I can find you any more information about what's going on today. Now, there are a lot of different views out there about this price drop, about how to interpret it. So, as an example, I'll do a little search here and show you on Twitter what comes up. So, for example, Stock Twits says, "Here's a fact everyone should know about today's drop. Bitcoin has suffered at least one severe crash every quarter." So they seem to be saying, don't worry too much about the drop today. And then this person says, the professor says, keep selling, you idiots. Sell me some cheap Bitcoin. Justin Wu, blockchain growth, says, whenever someone panics, we've been through this many times before, all good. So there are a lot of people on Twitter supporting Bitcoin. Now, some people might say, are some of those people on Twitter supporting Bitcoin just people who own Bitcoin and they don't want to see it fall too much, so they're trying to prop it up? I can't tell you. I don't know. People are posting Bitcoin memes. Look, here's a Bitcoin meme by Whale Panda. How are you feeling today? Hashtag Bitcoin. And he cries. So just another check on the price. In the last 20 minutes or so, it's been hovering around $11,000. Now, we'll be keeping an eye on Bitcoin here at Right Side Broadcasting. The exchanges, they traded 24 hours a day. So I think this is our first Bitcoin stream, but we will definitely do more streams if it warrants, if the news warrants. So be sure to subscribe to us. If you want Bitcoin updates, subscribe to us at Right Side Broadcasting on YouTube. Click the notifications bell so you get notifications. Also, I post about Bitcoin prices when I see something interesting happen. So you can follow me at Lookner on Twitter, at Lookner on Twitter. And on Facebook, we're Right Side Broadcasting. Hello to everybody watching on Facebook as well today. And by the way, speaking of money matters, in case you don't know, we do rely on your donations to stay on the air. We are a viewer-supported network here. So if you've made some money trading Bitcoin and you want to support our network, you can go to the bottom of the YouTube chat and click on the $sign at the bottom of the YouTube chat. There's a little $sign there you can click on. So you can donate that way, or go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. And some people we've gotten some requests to... some people say, hey, can you guys accept cryptocurrency donations. We don't have that capability right at the moment, but it is being looked into. I can assure you we are looking into it because some people have said, I only want to donate if it's in cryptocurrency. So it's something we're looking into, just to let you know. Let's see here. I'm just sort of checking out the chat room to see what's going on there. Sonu Meddi says he or she thinks China is going to ban Bitcoin. Let me see if I can find anything about the whole China situation. Well, China has shut down Bitcoin miners. They're the people who operate computers that process all the Bitcoin transactions, and they make Bitcoins for themselves while doing so. Oh, here we go. So here's an article about maybe Bitcoin trading being possibly in the future barred in China. So I'll show you that real quick. This is from The Independent. Oh, whoa. I don't want a video. There's no article? Stop it.
Bitcoin.
Hold on, guys. I thought this was an article. That doesn't help. Hang on. Here's a article. A People's Bank of China official calls for wider ban on Chinese crypto trading. A senior official at the People's Bank of China is reportedly calling for a wider ban on services related to cryptocurrency trading in the country. While it's not clear yet whether the reported memo will become immediate policy, the news indicates the continuing severe stance taken by China's top regulators toward cutting cryptocurrency speculation and lowering perceived financial risk in the country. So like in South Korea, the Chinese government is worried about people, their citizens, speculating on cryptocurrency. What they don't want to see is a lot of citizens putting a lot of their savings into cryptocurrency and then having them crash, and then they have this huge problem because they have lots of their citizens without any money who need financial help, and that could hurt the economy and cost the government a lot of money. The government probably doesn't want to bail them out because then you're encouraging people to do that the next time. So some governments are starting to clamp down on this stuff and showing signs of perhaps banning cryptocurrency trading in their countries. That could be depressing prices. We are down to 10,911. Our current price. Caden writes in, China is looking to ban crypto mining trading, but they also want to start their own monopoly into Chinese crypto. I vaguely remember reading something about that. I get kind of confused. It's not an easy thing to understand, the whole crypto thing, at least for me. But then when I start seeing, like, there was a story like Venezuela wants to have its own cryptocurrency, and I'm like, well, how can they do that? And will anyone use it? And anyways, so I'm certainly not an expert in this stuff. But I have been reading. I think China already did ban mining. I've read stories about them kicking miners, crypto miners, out of China. Let me just confirm this. China bans mining Bitcoin. Here, let me just, as an example, I'll show you. If you search, hang on. China Bitcoin mining ban. We go to Forbes. China's government is planning to shut down Bitcoin miners in its latest crackdown on the cryptocurrency. There you go. So price is down 20% on the day, down to 10,900. Even a little while ago, when we first came on the broadcast, it was like, you can see how volatile it is, because when we first got on the broadcast, I think it was, I wanted to say it was like around 10,000, even higher than 11,100 or something. So, you know, There are big shifts in very short amounts of time. If you have any more comments, write to me on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. By the way, a little breaking news here. What is this? Hang on, let me see if I can actually... Breaking 911 is saying this. I apologize while I go to a different news story for about 10 seconds just to show you. A viewer alerted me, FP alerted me, that Breaking 911 said criminal charges could be filed in Las Vegas massacre in the next 60 days. Supposedly they might file charges against somebody else besides the deceased shooter. Would it be the wife? Would it be somebody involved with weapons? Who knows? Would it be somebody who didn't say something they were supposed to say to lie to the cops or something? I don't know, so I'll let you know if I hear anything more about that. There is the price. Lawrence Miller's comment on Bitcoin dropping and cryptocurrencies dropping he said, every January. Now, these things haven't been around that long. I think last January, the currency probably wasn't much more than $1,000 in value. So, F. Pope Francis K. writes in, the BTC network is called the blockchain. It's where it gets all the info on crypto is stored. It's where all the info on crypto is stored, where mining takes place. Because BTC is getting so hard to mine and takes up so much energy, the mining fee is outrageous. That's why Litecoin and Ethereum and another one you mentioned are better. Great time to buy. That is from our viewer, F. Pope Francis K. Connor Lapping says, can you explain to everyone what Ripple is doing to Bitcoin? No, I can't. Off the top of my head, I believe Ripple is supposed to be, some people think Ripple is better than Bitcoin because it addresses some of the problems that Bitcoin has. But let me real quick try to pull up something that will summarize it for you. Hang on. Ripple is owned by a private company, while Bitcoin is highly decentralized. Supposedly that allows for faster upgrades. They can change the network if they want, change the way it works if they want to, which Bitcoin isn't really flexible like that because it's totally decentralized. I'm looking at another article here. Let's see. This is from inverse.com. At this point, Ripple is much smaller than Bitcoin. Well, I don't have handy a big... here's one too. Let's see. What's this article? It's the same article. Ripple was designed, another article in Fortune says Ripple was designed for banks and global money transfers. Ugh, stop it. Stop it. Why everything's an autoplay video? Everything's an autoplay video. Can't go anywhere without autoplay videos. Can't even read a website. Anyways, I have to do some research on Ripple. I am by no means an expert on this stuff. But if you have thoughts on Ripple, write into us. I will say this, Ripple is down 36% today. Better than 38% where it was, 20 minutes ago. And but all the top cryptocurrencies way down today. We're going to be on a few more minutes here. If you have comments, give me a shout on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. Shiet Mang writes in the chat room, banks run Ripple. Now, I thought a private company ran Ripple. Kurt says Ripple is centralized, whereas Bitcoin is not. Kirsty Lang in our chat room says, it's going lower. Bitcoin is not where you put your money. Harry C says, why the hell is this breaking news? It's a big deal. A lot of people have a lot of money invested in Bitcoin. It's down 25% a day. I think that's worth being breaking news, Harry. One of our viewers says a lot of different opinions in the chat room. Evan Waters says, "Sell now, folks." In a stat says everyone said it was over when it fell from $31 to $2. Kurt thinks Bitcoin's going up to 25,000 in a month. Oh, Shiat Mang sent me an email. Let me get to this. Hang on, Shiat Mang. I'll get your email. Shiat Mang says, I've heard homeless-looking people talking about crypto after asking me for a cigarette at the store. That is how you know this whole deal has gotten too big. When the window washers are trying to give you advice on which coin to buy, that is how you know to pull out and invest in smarter stock. Now, I will say, Shiat Mang, as I said before, there are definitely people I know who've invested in cryptocurrency who are not, people who normally follow these kind of things and are not like financial experts. So definitely a lot of like common people in terms of people who are not in the financial world. I've heard them talking about Bitcoin and some investing in it. But you seem to think that's a sign that it's a big bubble and it's going to burst. Other people might disagree with you. Connor Lapping says, yes, Ripple is run by a private company called Ripple Labs, but they are bank to bank, which makes them arguably not decentralized. Thank you, Connor. Good Gravy writes, Iran must be selling. Kathy Michaud writes, time to buy. F. Pope Francis K. says, hey, whoa. Ripple is not a centralized coin token. For every node that opens up, one of the ripples closes. So as Ripple becomes bigger, the coin becomes more centralized. Well, you know more about Ripple than me, F. Pope Francis K. Thanks for writing in. Tox writes in, crypto as a whole is a schizophrenic, unstable mess. F. Pope Francis K. says, and Bitcoin can be manipulated just as much as any other coin. Whales and mining pools control every coin/token. This imaginary decentralized fantasy is only a dream for now. Money can definitely be made, though. Excuse me. All right, well, for now, the price seems to have stabilized Bitcoin around 11,000 or so. That's significantly lower than where it was yesterday. The last week or so, the price has been around 14,000. So maybe we've reached a new, for at least the time being, somewhat stable price. But if that is this new somewhat stable price, again, it's down about 20% or more from the somewhat stable price a day or so ago, which was around 14,000. But we're going to be keeping an eye on this for you here at Right Side Broadcasting. If there's other big price shifts, we'll let you know. I'll post about it on Twitter. We'll come on the air if anything super huge is going on. But I think at the moment we're going to wrap up this stream in a second. Let's see here. McCamK in the chat room says, hope it drops to 8,500 at least. Pet My Chihuahua says, buy at 7,800. Lots of investment advice going on in the chat room today. All right, I think we're going to wrap this up right now. Just wanted to come on and give you guys an update as to what was going on with Bitcoin. What will happen? Well, for now, it's around 11,000. I wish you all luck in your investing in whatever you're investing in these days. I hope you all make money however you're doing it. But here at Right Side Broadcasting, if there's big business news as well as other news, we will keep you informed. Thank you to our moderators. JC was there today. There was another moderator, I think, there before. Well, JC, it looks like JC's holding the fort down now. And Gleno and Common Sense on the website. And thanks, everybody, for sending in your comments. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for watching on Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't, so you know when we're coming on the air with these breaking news videos. Although today they didn't send out a notification for this video. They sent out a notification for our other videos, but not for this one. I don't know why. You can follow me on Twitter at Lookner. I post about breaking news all the time at Lookner on Twitter at LOOKNER. You can follow Right Side Broadcasting at RSB Network. And on Facebook, we are at Right Side Broadcasting. And don't forget, if you do like having an alternative to the mainstream media for your news coverage, that's us. We are an alternative to mainstream media, but we do rely on your donations to stay on the air. So if you'd like to support Right Side Broadcasting, go to the bottom of the YouTube chat, click on the $ there, and you can click on that $ and donate to us that way. Or go to, it's the YouTube chat room, by the way. It's the chat room you're watching on YouTube. If you're not watching on YouTube, you can donate by going to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. So thank you, people in the chat room, for saying thanks. Irene and Chrissy, Elaine, Light Switch, Chris Donahue, McCam K, Pet My Chihuahua, Mr. Gossamer, Kids Are Mean, Dewback 1975, Trees Climbing Gear, thank you. Stevie Janoski, thank you. Light Switch. Monkey Boy made a donation. That's so nice of you, Monkey Boy. Thank you. Hooray, Monkey Boy. Thank you. Malacross 21, thank you. Mark Joachen said, Mark Joachen said, love this channel, resubscribe, but never left you. Some people have said that their notifications or their subscriptions get turned off on YouTube. So you might want to check that. Make sure you have the notifications bell is still clicked. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, JC, for moderating. Thank you, Weather Pilot. Thank you, Thomas Hoopapa. Thank you, Fit to be Tied. Chris, thank you. XPFC Wintergreen, thank you for watching. Chest Harrington says, next time you cover Bitcoin, make it good news, please. Thanks to Crypto Bros. Thank you to the Crypto Bros. And Monkey Boy. Okay, we're going to end the stream now. If there's big news later, we'll come back on the air about it. Or if there's big news in terms of in whatever subject, if there's big news on it, we will come back on the air and cover it tonight. But for now, I am Steve Lookner. Thank you for joining us for this breaking news stream on Bitcoin. As we leave the prices up to 11,400, but still down several thousand on the day from around 14,000 where it was yesterday. But we'll keep an eye on it. For now, I'm Steve Lookner. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you soon here at Right Side Broadcasting.